Hello, my name is Keith, and this is a series of videos about healthy living. If you like these videos, I ask you to subscribe on my YouTube channel. This video was created during the Spring into Fitness Challenge, where communities and organizations competed against each other to be deemed the most fit team. The winner of the challenge at the end of the 8 weeks would get a plaque identifying them as that most fit team. Each week we included a video to provide health education during the challenge. This one is titled Happy and Healthy, and Hailey Pierce is the presenter.
All right, welcome everyone to our next Spring into Fitness webinar. This one is Happy and Healthy, how happiness impacts health and strategies for feeling happier and healthier. My name is Hailey Pierce, and I am a health education intern at the UF IFAS Extension Office in Brevard County. All right, let's get started. So before we begin, I do want to say that it is healthy to not feel happy all of the time. There are periods in life that we face discomfort, and this discomfort helps us grow. And I wanted to say that before diving into my presentation, because my presentation is all about happiness and health, but we are not necessarily meant to be happy all of the time. Okay, so what are we going to go over today? We are going to go over what happiness is, how happiness impacts our health, and we're going to go over how it impacts various aspects of our health, barriers that we may face to experiencing happiness, strategies that we can use to feel more happy in our day-to-day lives, and we're going to specifically focus on gratitude. And at the end of the presentation, we are going to go through a gratitude exercise that I hope you can take with you and do on a regular basis in your life. All right. So what is happiness? Well, happiness is a universal feeling that we all desire. So much so that the pursuit of happiness is listed as an unalienable right in our Declaration of Independence. But there is no one single definition for happiness. So we're going to go through a couple right now. According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, happiness is a state of well-being and contentment. According to the University of California at Berkeley, happiness is the experience of joy, contentment, or positive well-being combined with a sense that one's life is good, meaningful, and worthwhile. Some synonyms for happiness include blissfulness, joy, blessedness, gladness, and the warm fuzzies, which I thought that one was funny. Happiness is a very subjective and individual experience. It's influenced by social and cultural factors, and since we are all different people with different experiences and backgrounds, each person's experience of happiness is going to be individual and unique. So what is actually physiologically happening when we are happy? Well, our happiness is controlled by our limbic system, which is also known as the emotional control center of our brain. And the limbic system also controls all of our other emotions, as well as our survival mechanisms, such as our fight, flight, and freeze response. And it also plays a part in our memory. And our limbic system is located deep within the center of our brain, and it's composed of several different structures, but the main two structures involved in our happiness include the hippocampus and the amygdala. Now, within these structures, several different hormones and neurotransmitters are released that actually facilitate our feelings of happiness. And these include dopamine, serotonin, endorphins, and oxytocin. And in general, when these different hormones and neurotransmitters are higher, have higher levels, we are going to feel more happy. And some kind of universal things that may cause these hormones to release include love, laughter, and music. So, we're going to go over how happiness influences various aspects of our health. And we're going to start with going over how happiness influences our physical health. And the mind and the body are very connected, and you've probably experienced this before. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt very nervous or very anxious? Maybe you were going to public speak. Maybe you were standing in the line of a giant roller coaster. And I bet you also had some physical responses from these emotions. Maybe your hands got super sweaty, or maybe your stomach began twisting into knots. Well, these physical responses to the emotions that you are having are because of the connection between the mind and the body. And just like these more kind of stressful emotions can have kind of more, maybe more negative physical influences on the body, happiness can have positive influences on the body. And it does this by, it decreases our risk of developing disease. It helps with our management of disease. It can reduce high blood pressure, and it can reduce chronic pain in those that have conditions that cause chronic pain, such as arthritis. And this is not to say that happiness is necessarily a cure. It just can help with decreasing risk of disease and these different things, and have positive influences on our body, but it's not necessarily a cure to different ailments. So happiness also improves our immunity, and according to research, our immunity actually fluctuates with our levels of happiness. So the more happy that we are, the more likely we are to be able to fight off different sicknesses and colds that may come our way. Happiness also helps to improve our sleep. It helps us fall asleep easier and sleep more soundly through the night. Happiness also increases healthy behaviors. So when we are happier, we are more likely to do things like eat a healthier diet and exercise, and also refrain from unhealthy behaviors such as smoking. Happiness also increases our longevity, and according to research, those who are happier actually tend to live longer lives. So happiness also impacts our mental, social, and occupational dimensions of health. And it does this by reducing stress and also reducing the negative effects that chronic stress can have on us. It increases our positive feelings such as optimism, confidence, and belief in self. It increases our emotional vitality, which is a sense of enthusiasm, of hopefulness, of engagement in life, and the ability to face life stresses with emotional balance. It also can improve our relationships and increase our work productivity and success. So there are also barriers that we may face to experiencing happiness or to feeling happy. And the first of these is genetics. And our genetics partly plays a role in our predisposition which kind of includes our attitudes. And this can influence the amount of happiness that we may feel, can partly influence the amount of happiness that we may feel. Life circumstances also greatly influence our feelings of happiness, and they can be a barrier. When we are in stressful situations, it can be really difficult to see the good things in life and to feel joy and to feel happiness. And there are also some personal tendencies that we may have that can act as barriers to happiness. And the first of these is perfectionism. And perfectionism includes having unrealistically high expectations. These expectations, a lot of times, are very difficult, if not impossible, to achieve and can cause us to feel feelings of failure. Social comparison is another tendency that can act as a barrier to happiness, and it includes comparing ourselves and our lives to those around us. And a lot of times when we are doing this, we are pointing out or noticing the things that other people have that we may lack, and it can cause us to feel feelings of being lesser than. Now, materialism and maximizing are also tendencies that we may have that can act as barriers to happiness. And materialism includes attaching our happiness to material items or wealth. And maximizing includes never really feeling satisfied with what we have and feeling like we need more to finally feel happy. And all of these tendencies can make it difficult to feel satisfied with ourselves and our lives and the things that we have in the present moment. And it's important to start thinking about our barriers to happiness, the barriers that we may personally face, so that we can start taking steps to overcome them and feeling more happy and healthy. So some things that we can do, some strategies to increasing our happiness or feeling more happy, include managing our stress, spending time with others, practicing kindness and generosity, spending time in nature, and practicing gratitude. And we are going to be focusing on gratitude in the following slides, and we're going to go through an exercise of practicing gratitude. So what is gratitude? Well, gratitude includes being intentionally thankful for something or someone in the past, present, or future. And a lot of times when we are expressing gratitude, we're acknowledging that what we're thankful for or grateful for comes from something outside of ourselves. So it's a gift to us. Now, gratitude increases our happiness by increasing our positive emotions and life satisfaction, by decreasing materialism, by increasing our appreciation for good experiences, by helping us deal with adversity and decrease risk of burnout. And it helps us build strong relationships by increasing our kindness, generosity, and helpfulness. Now, some more ways that gratitude impacts our happiness and directly impacts our health is by improving our physical health, improving our sleep, reducing fatigue, encouraging the development of patience, humility, and wisdom, increasing pro-social behavior, and increasing resiliency. And all of these things really show how intertwined gratitude, happiness, and health all are. So now we are going to take some time to go through a gratitude exercise called the 3 Good Things exercise. And now would be a good time to pause the video to go find a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil to write down your responses as we're going through the prompts of this exercise. But if you don't have that available to you, that is a-okay. You can just do this in your mind. And we are going to, for time's sake, we are also going to just go through one good thing right now. And the one good things, so we're doing like the one good thing gratitude exercise rather than the 3 good things. But once we go through, you are welcome to rewind the video and go back through 2 more times to finish out the exercise, or just think of 2 more things on your own. And the last thing before we get started, if I'm going through the prompts too quickly and you would like some more time to write down your answers or to think about them, feel free to pause the video after each one and take all the time that you need. So in this practice, we are going to be reflecting on our day thus far and thinking of one good thing that happened that we are grateful for. So I'm going to walk you through this practice, and let's begin. Begin to look back on your day thus far. Consider the various events that took place. Think about things that you witnessed, things that happened to you, and things that you did. Begin to consider what went well for you today. Now, think about one specific good thing that happened today. It may help to think of things that made you smile or feel happy. This could be an everyday occurrence, such as enjoying your morning cup of coffee, or it could be a big milestone or event that happened today. There is no right or wrong. If you begin to recall a negative event from the day, notice that thought and then try to let it go and return your mind to the one good thing. Now that you have your one good thing, take some time to reflect on that event in detail. Think about where you were, what you did, and others who were involved. Was it something you did on your own, like taking time to go for a walk? Or was it something that someone did for you, like holding the door? Think about what may have caused this event. Why did this good thing happen? Now, think about how this event made you feel at the time and how this event makes you feel now while you're reflecting on it. And sit with these feelings for a moment. All right, when you're ready, bring your mind back to the present moment and we can let go of our gratitude practice. I hope that helped you think of something good that happened today and feel grateful and feel more happy and hopefully feel more healthy. And you are welcome, like I said, to go back through those prompts 2 more times, or to just think of 2 more things on your own that happened today that you are grateful for, and think about those events in detail. I hope that this is something that you can take with you and do regularly if you enjoyed it. and feel the effects of gratitude on your life. All right. So, what are some other ways we can practice gratitude? Well, one way is by beginning a gratitude journal. And in your gratitude journal, you could do the same exercise that we just did and write your responses into there. Or you could, there's plenty of gratitude prompts on the internet that you can use and write down your thoughts. And you could also just simply think about things that you're grateful for and write them down. Writing them down really helps them to sink in us to feel more grateful. Another option is writing a thank you letter for to someone who you appreciate, someone who maybe did you a favor, or just a random appreciation letter. It's a great way to express gratitude. And going for a gratitude walk is one of my personal favorite ways to practice gratitude. And just going for a walk around your neighborhood, around your work, and noticing the things around you, um, and starting to think of things that you're grateful for in your life. It really just gives you a boost. So I want to end our presentation today, our time today, with two quotes that I think really sum up this presentation well. And the first is from the Dalai Lama. And and it says that happiness is the highest form of health. The second is from Marcus Aurelius, and it says that very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. And these are my references. And I want to thank you for joining the Spring into Fitness webinar, Happy and Healthy. I hope that you were able to learn something today and bring that gratitude exercise with you to practice hopefully regularly and feel more grateful, happy, and healthy. So thank you again, and I hope you have a great afternoon.